Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we will be learning how to create the logic of safety alarm in TIA Portal software. So let's begin. And here is the problem statement for the safety alarm system. It states that a factory safety system must activate an alarm if any one of the following hazards event occur. If overheating is detected, or if gas leakage is detected, or if unauthorized access is detected, then safety alarm must get activated. Once any of these inputs is triggered, the alarm must stay latched on. And the alarm should only turn off manually when a reset button is pressed. Now let's solve this logic in the TIA Portal software. So here is the TIA Portal software, and we will be using here normally open contact for the inputs. So I am placing here a normally open contact, and in parallel I will be creating a new branch, and here I will be using another normally open contact for another input. And since we know that there are three inputs that are turning on the alarm, and they will be in parallel with each other, or you can say they will be connected in OR logic, because if any of the input is activated, it will activate the alarm. And then there is going to be another input which will be used to reset the alarm manually. And for that I am using here normally open contact as well. And here I will be placing a SR block which will be here in the bit logic operations. So here it is. This is the SR block, which is basically set reset block. And here I will be using an output. So I will place this output here, and also I will be connecting this manual reset button with the reset terminal of the SR block. And now I will be creating here the tags. So double click here on show all tags. So I will be creating here 4 inputs. 3 will be using to turn on the alarm, and 1 will be using to turn off the alarm. So there will be input 1, input 2 and input 3, and another input will be used to turn off the alarm, and I am writing it reset alarm. This is also an input. And then there will be an output. So alarm is basically the output, and for input we use I, for output we use Q as identifier. So I am changing the identifier for the output, and we also require another tag for the SR block. So I am typing here SR block, and for that I am using here identifier M, and then check this box from here. Okay, we are done with the tags, and now let's go back to the main, and now let's assign these addresses. So all of these are inputs. So this is input 1, this is input 2, and this one is input 3. These will be used to turn on the alarm. And finally we will be using another input which will be used to reset the alarm. So I will be using this reset alarm input. This right here is the output, which is alarm, and the address is Q. Okay, and this is the SR block, this one. Okay, so we have assigned all the addresses, and now we need to turn on the simulation in order to test this logic. So click on here start simulation. This window will get appear. We need to wait a little bit, and after that we need to click this option, and after some time this window will get appear. You can either create a new project, or either you can open a previous project. Since I am working in project 7, so I am also opening here project 7. This is totally up to you. You can create here a new project. So I am going here in sim tables. So double click here. These are the tags that will get appear. So I am currently deleting these tags. In case you do not see any tags, you can click here on the load tags, and all of those tags that we have created will get appear here. and I'm minimizing this window. Click on load. Click on cancel button because the finish is not available. Okay, now click on this download option here. Now click on load again. Okay, now we need to turn on the monitoring mode. For that we can select this button. If we turn on the monitoring mode, we will see this green line. Basically this is power rail. Okay, and now let's see if the logic is working correctly or not. So if we activate the input 1, it must activate the output, and it is activating the output as you can see it from here. But in order to deactivate the alarm, only the manual reset button should work. And as you can see, if I release the input 1 button, the output is still activated. So here for that we have this reset alarm button. When we manually select this reset alarm button, then the output must get deactivated, and it is the case. The logic is correct. And similarly, if we activate any of the input 1, input 2 or input 3, the alarm must get activated, and it is the case. The logic is working correctly. And in order to deactivate the alarm, we have the reset button. So that's all for this video, guys. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.